Okay, good morning and welcome to Iyun to lean on Simon Kuf Dalid in Shulchan Aruch Arachai Milkos Tefillah. This Simon talks about in the middle of Shemona Esrei, are you allowed to be mafsek for certain things, either to stop davening or to walk away, or even the worst case scenario to start talking? And the Shulchan Aruch paskins that if a non-Jewish king, if there's no other way, a non-Jewish king is coming, Biden is coming to greet you, you have to say hello. Similarly, if you have a scorpion on you, you talk to someone, tell them, get it off me. If someone else can get it off you better than you. A snake which is, venomous, it looks like it's about to bite you, you also could take it off. Or a shore, if you have an animal, right, standing next to you, and we assume that it's muad lahazik, right, it might be dangerous shore, you're allowed to stop your tefillah, even talk to people, try to tell people to get rid of it. And the halacha is, in halacha hey, if you're shocked the ligmar kula, you stop the amount of time it took. You got to call up the exterminator, or call up the guy to tell you to take off the akrav. It took 3 minutes. Your Shemona Esrei is 3 minutes, like in Simon Vav. It depends on how long your personal Shemona Esrei is. If it took you 3 minutes to get rid of the akrav, to get rid of the scorpion, and to get rid of the shore, so you have to be chozeh l'rosh. You have to go back to the beginning of davening. Now the Mishnah Berurah mentions in Sif Katan Ted Zayin, he says our accepted opinion halacha is that only if it's machmas ones. Shagdei Gemara is kula chozeh l'rosh. It's machlokas in a Gemara whether you're chozeh l'rosh or not. We paskin you are chozeh l'rosh if it's an ones. If it's something which you're incapable of saying, continuing your Kriya Shema or your tefillah at that point. For example, if there's excrement in a place, you're not allowed to say Kriya Shema in a makom excrement. So therefore, that's the case of Shagdei Gemara is kula machmas and ones. We are chozeh l'rosh if you waited the amount of time it takes to say Kriya Shema. So what about over here? Here, when the non-Jewish king comes to greet you, or the shore is there, or the scorpion is there, technically, it's not like Soa, where it's usher for you to speak. It's just better, it's usher you to interrupt. It's usher you to say Kriya Shema. Here, you can't say Kriya Shema because practically you can't say Kriya Shema because you have to greet the king, or you have to call someone to help you get rid of the scorpion or the bull. So in this case, is it called onus or not called onus? So the Mishnah Berurah paskin is that in this case, by tefillah we're more machmir than Kriya Shema over here. By tefillah we are machmir. It is called an onus over here, even though by Kriya Shema it wouldn't be called an onus. Why? And that's the Shulchan Aruch writes it a lot. It's only by Hilchos tefillah, not by Hilchos Kriya Shema. So what's the significance? Why the difference over here? So I like to explain like this: that the difference in Kriya Shema and tefillah is that the purpose of Kriya Shema, like I mentioned, is to pay attention to the words. I haven't really discussed more on a deeper level what Kriya Shema. Kriya Shema is really, it's actually, when you pay attention to the words, you're actually leaving your physical state and going into your metaphysical state. That's not the point of tefillah. The point of tefillah is to think about, contemplate where you are in life, where you want to get to in life, and how you should get there. Kivun in your life based on your talents and your positive attributes to have success in life. That's basically in 2 words what tefillah is. To think about, not 2 words, to think about how to get to your success. I don't know, 7, 8 words. Think about how you get to your success practically. Now, so therefore, when it comes to tefillah, even if it's not just a place where I can't say tefillah, I can't think about the words of tefillah, so I'm going to lose concentration. When there's a danger of your life's in danger, whether a scorpion or a king, a non-Jewish king, might kill you if you don't greet him properly, or a bull that's dangerous, your life is in. You're not going to be able to concentrate. You're not going to be able to think positive thoughts. So therefore, it's considered a hefsek. However, when it comes to Kriya Shema, the whole idea of Shagdei Ligmar Kula Chozeh l'rosh is because when you're in a makom of tzoa, right? So practically, it's mavatel your tefillah, right? The fact that you can't speak, I'm not allowed to speak. So therefore, first I'll explain on the simple level, not explain it on the deeper level. The simple level is that Shagdei Limor Kula Chozeh l'rosh by Kriya Shema is that the mitzvah of Kriya Shema has to pay attention to the words. So if I can't pay attention, practically, it's not about practical, right? It's about the halacha. The halacha is I can't pay attention to the words. Because practically all you need to do is pay attention to the words. That's not so hard, pay attention to the words. Even while you're running away from the non-Jewish king or from the bull, you could potentially pay attention to the words. It's not so hard to pay attention. To contemplate, right, practically how you're gonna have success in your business or your life, that's much harder. So therefore, practically you can't you can't have that contemplation when you're running away from the king or the scorpion. During tefillah, you could pay attention. On a deeper level, is that tefillah is Kriya Shema is leaving the physical state and entering the metaphysical state. That's what Kriya Shema is. That's what we believe. Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, to leave Olam Hazeh, to go Olam Haba. Olam Haba is the metaphysical state. Olam Hazeh is also a metaphysical state, but it's usually hard to access these things during your lifetime, your first lifetime. In Google, maybe you could access these things, but once you're in that state where you can access these two different worlds, you can access Olam Haba. So you should access it when you can't think about Kriya Shema, so then I can't access that. But even if I'm running away from a non-Jewish king or whatever, I mean, it's something which happens automatically during Kriya Shema. It's something which happens automatically, and I could access, even if I'm in a state of danger, I could access that Olam Haba, that feeling of Olam Haba. You don't have a very dangerous situation, because it's something which happens naturally. It's better than just paying attention. It happens naturally. So, but tefillah, you have to actively contemplate it. So if you practically can't contemplate it, then it's considered a hefsek by Kriya Shema. It's something which happens mamela naturally, and therefore only if it's impossible to say Kriya Shema as a hefsek. If it's possible technically, practically it's not possible. Still, you're able to access the metaphysical world. Hope in this coming year we do all experience and access that metaphysical world, the world of Olam Haba. It really is a small world after all. It's in our world, Olam Haba. It's right inside of you. You just have to be able to access it, and then you can have the best life in the whole world, forever and ever. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.